Hello, this is Mindar the Gardening Gnome, and today I'd like to show you a technique that you can use to be the first one in your neighborhood to have fresh tomatoes. You can also use it to protect tender perennials, or you can also use this technique if you just happen to put your plants in the garden too early. And what we're going to do today is we're actually going to make a cloche. Now, a cloche actually is a bowl-shaped container that is made out of glass, but not everybody has a cloche sitting around in the garden shed. So I'm going to teach you how to make one with some materials that you probably have lying around home. Now, the first one that I would like to talk you through is using a milk carton. Now, the key point of this is make sure that it's clean. This one is actually a plastic carton that had water in it, so you don't have to worry about cleaning it. What you do is you cut the bottom off with a pair of scissors or a knife, and you have a cloche. Now, regardless of which type of container you choose, you always need to make sure that it has a lid, and I'll explain to you why that's so important later. This type of cloche is really great for a tall plant or a grouping, because you just simply sit it over the plant material in the evening. Another approach would be with a pop bottle. Now, a pop bottle will actually give you two cloches that you can use, and the principle's the same. Now, you may wonder how you determine the height of the cloche. It depends on the plant that you want to protect. And in this cloche, I'm actually just going to protect one plant, and it's going to be a seedling. This one, again, can be utilized just like the milk carton. It's with its height, it can take a larger plant, and it can hold a grouping. A sport bottle is also another great container that can be turned into a cloche, and I'm just going to finish cutting this container. Again, using this type of container gives you 2 for 1. Now, how this principle works is during the day, the black soil actually absorbs solar radiation. It heats up. When you put this container in the evening on top of the soil, that heat is released and captured inside this container. And what happens, it acts like a mini greenhouse. Now, the reason I told you it was important for the lid is that you have 2 techniques to use as far as removing. Because if you leave the container this way, what will actually happen is when the sun comes up, your plant will actually cook inside this container. So you can either unscrew the lid when you get up in the morning. Excess heat will come out throughout the day, and then in the evening you replace the lid. Or in an example like this, you're simply going to have to go out in the garden space and remove the cloche and replace it in the evening. So until we meet in the garden path again, this has been Mindar the Gardening Gnome.